welcome listeners back to Equestrian Voice, where I'm not going to do another intro because I've run out of ideas like 5 episodes ago. Anyway, today with me is one of my co-hosts, Umbi.
Hey.
And we have a new guest today, as is usual. Anyways, Mr. New Guest, what is your name?
People on the internet or on most other sites know me as TheOpticals.
TheOpticals, you want to tell us how you got that name? Or came up with it, whatever.
Well, that just came about because when I first started using a lot more public kind of sites, I decided that instead of using my real name, I'd go with one that I thought that I liked a little bit more for privacy purposes, and I chose the name Theo because I like that name a lot. And I started messing around with that and just somehow came up with the word opticals and attached it to it, and I just kind of liked it, so I used it. I just joined them together, and I think it sounds a little bit better.
Anyway, Silver, are you not going to introduce me? I mean, you can't just introduce me as a new co-host and then expect people to know who I am.
No, but no one knows who we are, so it doesn't matter.
You have regular listeners, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Guys, if you're a regular listener, will you please comment on this so that we can tell Silver that he's popular?
Alright, anyways, off topic. Mr. TheOpticals, let's get some basic questions into the system. So, what do you like to do for fun?
I guess I'm sort of an outdoorsman. I do a lot of cross-country hiking, backpacking. Yeah, I like to go outdoors. I don't like to spend much time inside, but I do my fair share. But whenever I try, I go outside and do a lot of things that I can.
So, that's what you do for fun. What do you do for money? If you want to say it.
Yeah, I can. I'm currently employed as a park ranger with my state of Georgia, and I work there currently part-time, hoping to get full-time pretty soon.
How long did that take you to get into that position?
Well, it just took me probably a few months of badgering the manager there to sign me up to do something. I kept visiting them almost every week, asking them if they had new positions open. And then finally, about January, I guess they got sick of me and told me to just show up in March, and I've been working ever since then.
So, do you ever get like something in your job, like something that people will say to you, like a joke every day? Like people in cashiers, they always get, if it doesn't scan, oh, is it free? Do you get anything like that, like references to Yogi or Boo Boo?
Well, not exactly. I don't work in a very large park like the natural parks you'd normally imagine a park ranger to be in. I mostly work in more historical battlefields and Civil War topics. So when people don't really make those kind of references, and also the fact that I practically work in a swamp, bears aren't very often mentioned.
Have you found any cannonballs?
I haven't been able to. That park has been there for a good few decades, and my manager and historical interpreter, they've been doing a lot of work. They are constantly busy doing all this sorts of stuff, and I think that they've practically picked that place clean by now. If you find something, it's out of sheer luck.
And real quick, how would you describe yourself?
Laid back, too laid back, casual. It's a real problem to others, I think. But that, and I like to work hard. I'm a hard worker. And I like to do things outside. I guess that's about it. I'm pretty
I feel
basic.
like laid back and hard worker don't just go together, right?
I'm laid back when I'm off of work, I guess is a better way to say that. I'll work hard, and do whatever is told of me, but as soon as that's done, I'll probably sleep the rest of the day and then wake up again the next.
Anyways, moving on to the next kind of questions. Now, I'm assuming you've watched all the show, every single episode.
I've watched most of the show, and it's I say most sheerly out of the fact that I have a very, very busy schedule that I never have a day off ever, and so I try to get in when I can. But for the most part, I've watched all of season 1 and a majority of season 2, but I haven't been able to watch everything.
So overall, who's your favorite pony?
Okay, this question, you feel like you're supposed to say, "Oh, everybody," it's
No,
No,
don't
that's
say
the wrong
everyone. We don't
answer.
like it when people say that.
Yeah,
well,
it's a cop
I,
out and it's wrong.
of course I won't. I'm just saying that's how I kind of have that guilty feel inside. But of course, I will always choose over every other pony Applejack. She's my
It's a good
favorite.
choice. It's
Definitely
wrong, but it's a
hardworking.
good choice.
Yeah, I like her because I guess she's a lot like I guess I imagine myself to be, but except a pony and a female. So otherwise, I think that I share a lot of things in common with her personality, and so I tend to like that more.
You wouldn't, I forget what the word is, but see yourself as a kind of Big Mac?
I think I talk too much to be Big Mac, but I guess, and in every other sense, I guess so.
Yeah. And from your time of watching it, do you have a favorite episode?
That's there's too many.
Just pick one that you really like.
Well, it's hard to think. I mean, about this because there's a lot of them, and not all of them always come to mind right away. But if I had to just pick one, I guess it would be the oh shoot, I forgot the name of it. The episode that they had that the whole derpy thing in it. The one
the last roundup.
Yes, the last roundup. That's what I thought it was. I just didn't want to be wrong and look like a fool. But I like that a little bit more than the others because mainly it focused on my favorite pony. She doesn't get much episodes, I think. So I like that one just because it had a lot of it moved around a lot. It wasn't had the option or had the opportunity to go out to a lot of the other areas of Equestrian. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Were you extremely upset about the derby thing?
You mean them kind of taking her away?
Yeah.
I wasn't really upset about it. I thought it was disappointing in a sense, but I see why it would have to be done.
Yeah.
Because I mean Hasbro's a big company, and they have to upset a few to please a few. It's just a matter of how you want to run your company. So I guess it has to be done, but I won't put up anything about it.
It's also a matter of who has the power to sue you, who doesn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Are you a big fan of the music of Just in the Show?
Just in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a lot of the music numbers. Some of them more than others, but for the most part, I like them all.
Which one would you say is your top?
I don't remember if this song had a title, but it was the episode in which Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash did the pet song.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Find a pet song.
I guess it's just the pet song.
The pet song? I think that's like Find a Pet or something.
Yeah,
Something like that.
What's that? And just off the top of your head, first thing that pops in, what is your favorite moment in the entire show?
Oh no. I'm not very good at thinking fast. I guess it was the derpy thing because I just thought that was. It's different than what most shows would do, and I thought that was a good moment because it showed that in a world where, or in a TV kind of world where everything is set, that in some shows they actually cater to the audiences the way that they'd like them to, and I thought that was really it seemed like a good leap in the way that TV shows should present themselves.
Yeah. Then they kind of went back and undid it.
Yeah, but at least it had that moment. It's getting there very slowly.
One step forward, two steps back.
Yeah.
Do either of you guys have the the original episodes? Because I made sure when they went out and changed the voice, I made sure to scour the internet to find the original version and save that one specifically before it got lost to the ages. So do either of you guys have that?
I don't think so.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have it myself, but I mean, I'm sure those videos will always be in the recesses of YouTube somewhere. No, you just gotta look.
Deep beneath all of the other crap.
Cats.
Yeah, and cats. Lots of cats.
And not crap. Let's not forget about all the cool stuff on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Wait, there's cool stuff there?
Yeah, you negative Nancy.
It's Negative Ned.
It's negative Nancy.
Negative Ned.
No, we're not getting into a debate about this. So, Mr. TheOpticals, hello there. My name is long-time viewer, first-time co-host. But let's talk about you, okay? Let's talk about your opinions on sort of the fan content. You know, is there any fan fiction, fan music, fan videos that you like the best?
Well, I'm not much into the fan fiction area of the fandom. I've never really enjoyed that in any kind of fandom, so I tend to steer away from that. The music, it can be pretty good in terms of what people can really pump out these days, but I noticed a lot of it. It's more popular style of having more techno kind of music when doing kind of music that people make for themselves in terms of the fandom, and I'm not that big of a person on that kind of music, but I do enjoy a lot of the music, but nothing really comes to mind because there's really too much of it that you can just spend probably months looking on YouTube of all these videos that people have.
What about any sort of the animated music videos?
Animated music videos?
Yeah, like some people take clips from the show and use that. Some people will actually create some animation themselves. I mean, did you guys see? Oh, what's it called? Dusk's Dawn. Have you guys seen that?
I haven't. He's probably gone. Oh,
it's like a 20-minute animation that like a bunch of people put together. And I'll admit I'll throw my hands up right now and say I haven't seen it, so I can't actually comment on it. But everything.
But you brought it up.
Well, all the comments, because it's something that's being talked about quite a bit in the fandom at the minute. So I was wondering if you guys had heard of it. But apparently, it's not great because it was done by like one to four guys, and it's 20 minutes, so they didn't devote too much time to each piece. And apparently, people have been really ripping it apart, which doesn't seem like the right thing to do. We're supposed to give constructive criticism and be nice, and then we seem to have forgotten to do that.
Well, we've also forgotten that this is the internet, and there's not much constructive criticism almost anywhere on the internet. To certain people, I mean, constructive criticism will be available to them by probably a small amount of people who actually will look at their things and really take it in depth. But for the most part, I'm sure the masses will just rip anything apart.
What about the art? Are there any artists that you like? Any art that you're particularly fond of?
Oh, well, like one of the who you had on before, Random Fan Guy. He was the one who I found out about this by him because he uses the image site Derpy Brew like I do, and so I spend a lot of time that's a nice place to look for art. So I spend a lot of time on there, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of images, and there's just there's a lot of good art there. I mean, the fandom can bring out a lot of really good art, seeing that it's such a universal thing right now, rather than just little girls that will draw little stick figures or something. But as for being a whole age groups, I mean, you get all these wide ranges of different kinds of styles and different kinds of developed art. So there's really too much to really get in context. But as for favorite artists, I like oh shoot, man, I'm the worst at remembering.
Yeah, you really are.
I am. I have a worse memory than my grandmother. There's a bunch of small artists that have maybe a few dozen images on that website that I've really liked, and I wait actually for their next pieces of art because I think they're really great. Oh, one person who I like that I remember now is there's an artist who I guess goes by the name Ghost on those websites. She has a Tumblr, I think, but her art is kind of simplistic and cartoonish a little bit, and I just think every piece of art that she makes is just the cutest kind of stuff that can be made. It's kind of cute. I don't know if you've seen. She ran a Tumblr on that was kind of like one of those character Tumblrs that were a lot more popular earlier on.
Yeah, yeah.
It was called Stone Trixie. Yeah, she's
Oh,
the one who made that Tumblr, and I thought it was a little funny, but she has a lot of her own art and does a lot of stuff like she draws a lot of Octavia and DJ
cool.
Vinyl Scratch kind of stuff. But a lot of it's I like it. It's cute.
All right. Anything else you feel is sort of integral part of the fact? Like, do you have any particular favorite podcasts, fan-made shows, music videos, maybe perhaps made in real life?
Well, that's a lot of information for me to think of really slowly. Uh,
We'll start with podcasts. Do you listen to any of the podcasts?
Not really. Well, I can't remember if I do or not. I believe that I listened to one.
What do you do when you wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
My brain is just, there's nothing in my brain.
He goes about his day and then he hits himself with a hammer until he forgets what he did.
I think my pillow is a little too close to the wall, and whenever I try to go to sleep, I bang it too hard. So maybe that's what caused it, but I don't know. I have reoccurring memory problems, so
Yes, we know. You've told us that like 70 times in the past minute.
See, yeah, there you go. There's a first-hand account. You're watching it as it happens. Podcasts, I guess I would listen to them depending on their subject matter. If they're devoted entirely to My Little Pony and the fandom in that sense, I probably wouldn't watch it as much as if it encompassed other kinds of areas of more universal kind of subjects, rather than just the show and its fandom.
You hear that, Silver? We've got to branch out.
Crap.
Well, I mean, this is good too, because I like the way that you guys say anyone can, you just ask and you'll see to it. But as for ones that are,
Well, you can't say you hate us on the show.
No, that'd be bad sport. But I mean, I like the way that you guys will run this thing. But as for other ones, I think I'd like them more if they had more things to them. If they were just focused on the people who were commenting on it, the announcers or whoever was running it, if it was just them commenting constantly on the fandom in My Little Pony, then it might not be as interesting as let's say that as yours, where you actually invite people on. But yeah, so I like it if it has a little bit more extra to it.
All right, cool. Silver, do you want to take over the next part of the questions? Or do you think I'm doing fine?
I'll take over from here. Don't worry, you did a decent enough job. Anyways, Mr. TheOpticals, now that we know a little bit about where you are in this fandom, is there anything you actually do inside it? Like, do you produce your own art?
This is a running theme, and with the "I'm really lazy" kind of subject, where I seem not to. I don't have much artistic capabilities in very much anything, so I tend to be more of a watcher, an appreciator, if you want to be fancy or something like that. But I just usually sit on the sidelines and I watch, because I like to see what goes on and do that kind of stuff.
But if you weren't lazy, if you could pick like to just be the one, would you like be an artist? Would you be a writer, a musician?
I guess it would be I would be a writer, because but I'm not. I told you that I wasn't very much into the fan fiction kind of area, but writing is one of my strong suits. If there was a medium that I could let that out in that probably wasn't fan fiction, then I would probably do that. Maybe if it was writing, commenting on actual stories or something like that in relating to the fandom, like I guess the people who do it on news sites for My Little Pony, like I guess Equestrian Daily, things like that, where they actually write to entertain a massive audience. That I might like to do something like that. But as for small fan fictions, I don't think I'm much in the way of that.
Is there anything that you would like to ask me or my friend here? You get one question.
Oh
What,
no.
just one? Really?
Oh no.
I mean, if he really has two that are really good, then I guess.
Well, I guess for you, Silver Skies, what really got you into starting this whole thing?
Like 2 months ago, maybe, I came up with the idea because an old idea I had completely failed horribly, and then something before that had failed completely horribly. And so I came up with this idea. I didn't do anything with it though, and I actually told Umbi here about it. He was just kind of like, "Yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. Whatever."
Don't get me wrong, I'd applied to do a radio show at my local university, but they turned me down. This was my fallback.
And then a question for Umbi that's not very relating to the fandom. I am curious, where are you from,
What, geography-wise? Or...
geography-wise?
I am from England.
Anyways, unless anyone else has any last-minute things to point out.
Nope. I think I'm good. What
You
about
good?
you?
Wish I had some more stuff, but
Where can we follow you on the internet if we want to keep up with your exciting life? Do you have a Twitter, Tumblr, anything like that?
here's that reoccurring theme of I'm late again, where I am very elusive from social sites in terms of common social sites. I don't really have anything. The only place on the internet that I really am active is either on Derpy Brew, like I was pointed out earlier, or I do play a lot of games. I'm on Steam, and it's the same name.
Anyways, everyone, thank you for listening. Remember, if you'd like to come on the show, just email us at equestrianvoicecrew@gmail.com. That'll be in the description. I wish you all a good night, good day, or good whatever else kind of time sections there are. And this is Silver Skies, signing off.
Bye.
Bye.